The self against itself. Samurai Jack versus Mad Jack. Sometimes your worst enemy is yourself. Aku uses all his powers to create Mad Jack, Jack's doppelganger, embodying his hatred and anger. Mad Jack's eyes are red and his gi is black. He appears in Jack's mind in the form of a spirit and then takes the form of his evil doppelganger. This is the premise of the first encounter between Samurai Jack and Mad Jack. Episode 8 of the first season brings closure to what happened in the premiere movie, which spent a lot of time planning the battle and where the final act was a continuous battle scene. In this video, we will talk more about how this epic showdown went. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a whole lot. So thank you, and let's begin.
I am your dark side, and I possess all the powers that you wield.
Mad Jack Origins. Before that, a little bit about the enmity between Samurai Jack and Aku. Samurai Jack, an animated series created by Genndy Tartakovsky, was a stoic hero who was always kind and generous, and a friend to the people he felt required guidance. He was trained in various skills by several different teachers in order to kill the demon Aku. Aku put a spell on Samurai Jack to send him eons into the future, a time when he is the ruler of all of the earth. It was Jack's self-appointed mission to stop Aku's dystopia and find his way back to his own time. He eventually became an infamous freedom fighter who protected numerous incidents and civilizations who were terrorized by Aku and other malignant foes. He became the most wanted man on the planet because he was the only person who could kill Aku with the power of his magically crafted sword. He managed to accomplish his mission, return to the past and kill Aku while creating a better and brighter future only after 50 years of his struggles. Aku is the main villain in the series. He was born the black mass of darkness and was an evil shape-shifting demon who ruled the earth for many eons. Aku always agonized Samurai Jack, attacking him when he was weak and used his gambits to defend himself from them. Prior to Jack defeating him by going back into the past, their battles always resulted in a stalemate. Even when he lost the battle, he managed to escape death, often by transforming into a weird creature and then shouting out taunts over Samurai Jack's shoulders. Aku was aware that Samurai Jack could defeat him, which discouraged him from getting into direct combat situations with him often. In the series, Aku had the most dialogue after Samurai Jack.
Oh, not so fast, Samurai. I know better than to mess.
When a mad Samurai Jack threw his sandal at a digital poster on a tree after fighting a bunch of bounty hunters, it spawned Mad Jack. Then he explained that he was made by Aku after Aku looked deep within Samurai Jack and saw the burning hatred that lay within him. Mad Jack was Samurai Jack's dark side and possessed all the powers that Samurai Jack wielded. Mad Jack's only purpose in his life was to destroy Samurai Jack. After explaining where he came from, Samurai Jack fought the hatred that lay inside of him and experienced tranquility inside his mind, which is shown by the peaceful spring inside the burning tree that he saw when his eyes were closed in the midst of the battle. Samurai Jack explained that Mad Jack was his inner demon, so getting the better of his inner demon defeated Mad Jack. Then Samurai Jack looked up at the sky and said, referring to Aku, that he knew he was being watched by Aku. This brings us to the conclusion of episode 7 of the first season of Samurai Jack, where Mad Jack first appeared. Fool, I am real. Now feel the reality of my cold, hard steel. These lines were spoken by Mad Jack in his first appearance, which rendered true the next time he appeared. Mad Jack took control over Samurai Jack without taking any physical form. This was after Aku destroyed the last time portal, which caused him to lose control over his frustration and anger, which in turn led to him losing his sword in the same pit where the time portal was. Mad Jack then tormented Samurai Jack inside of his mind and tried to compel him to take the wrong path. When the daughters of Aku chased Samurai Jack, Mad Jack, in the form of anguish, insisted that Jack commit seppuku because his quest seemed pointless by then, as he couldn't enter the time portal since he was without his sword. Another instance was when Mad Jack, in the form of Bloodlust, mocked Samurai Jack over the fact that he had killed a human being for the first time. And yet another instance when Mad Jack appeared in the form of apathy as Samurai Jack and Ashi were swallowed by a giant monster. Mad Jack then told him that Ashi had to live with the consequences because she chose her way and therefore not to rescue her. Samurai Jack didn't give in to his advice and saved her. After 50 years, when Jack failed to create a perfectly balanced tea for the Buddhist monk, which he did to get the answer to how he can get his sword back, Mad Jack appeared again in an even more twisted and evil form. Mad Jack lashed out against the monk and tried to violently get the answers out of him, but Samurai Jack stopped him and told him that he was the reason why they were both in that position in the first place. Samurai Jack had lost both his sword and his hope because of him. Samurai Jack finally regained his sword and reacquired his original appearance only after Mad Jack sent him flying off with a slap, an event that resulted in the two separating from each other. Samurai Jack finally was able to recognize Mad Jack's true nature and see through his rage. This finally freed him from Mad Jack's influence for good.
You're in my way.
What makes Mad Jack so deadly? Mad Jack's powers are pretty much identical to that of Samurai Jack, as he was temporarily possessed by Aku's magic. This includes agelessness and enhanced longevity, mastery at archery, mastery at marksmanship, mastery of martial arts, being a weapon master, mastery at swordsmanship, ninjutsu, incredible leaping, peak human agility, endurance, peak human senses, peak human speed, and peak human strength. This resulted in a stalemate every time the two fought, but he was defeated only when Samurai Jack let go of his hatred. Mad Jack ceased to be when Samurai Jack found the perfect balance. Fun facts. Mad Jack essentially is Samurai Jack's inner demons embodied. As the saying goes, sometimes the strongest enemy you face is yourself. When Mad Jack returned in episode 98, he was in his red spirit form. This is because, in order to destroy his physical form, Samurai Jack had sealed him in the red spirit form during their first encounter in season 1. Mad Jack, anguish, bloodlust, and apathy are all separate entities as portrayed in episodes 98, 94, and 95. This becomes clear as it is explained in the series that Mad Jack was born from Samurai Jack's own burning hatred, but anguish, bloodlust, and apathy show different personalities altogether. Anguish seems like he was worn out and hopeless, unlike Mad Jack. Bloodlust is more manipulative than violent, whereas Mad Jack's anger is everlasting. Apathy tries to reason with Samurai Jack in a calm tone, very much unlike Mad Jack, who is rage personified. In both Season 1 and Season 2, Mad Jack is defeated and sealed off only after Samurai Jack finds peace within.
I am the son of Aku's magic. He has looked deep within you and has spawned me.
Marvelous verdict. In the premiere movie, the reflection on Samurai Jack's sword showed him the energy, the ones the sword was used to defeat. It was pretty fascinating that the show showed Mad Jack and Samurai Jack himself in the reflection here, implying the enemy is within himself. The tranquil waterfall inside the burning tree was a great representation of Samurai Jack's mental state. It was a bit disappointing that Samurai Jack blatantly stated how he managed to defeat Mad Jack in the beginning, but the rest of the episode doesn't allow us to really complain about it. The episode also revealed that only at the end of it, giving us all the time to figure it out. It makes sense that the episode was made in this format, as the target audience of Samurai Jack is mostly children, even though it is equally pleasing to adult audiences most of the time. Mad Jack appears again in Season 5, Episode 7, when the story continues 50 years down the road. The journey of Samurai Jack to find his sword is shockingly moving, which leaves the audiences speechless. The cartoon is way more than just a children's show. The unique and stylish graphic illustration and the emotions portrayed in the episode are really what draws the audiences in. And if you liked our content, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. And in the meantime, have a good one and be safe. Thank you, everyone.